Hello everybody, what's going on? My name is Cyber. I haven't seen you guys in a while, but I'll be returning to YouTube and potentially streaming in the upcoming season of season 12. So yeah, to keep it short, this video will be solely made for the purpose of helping you guys understand the preseason changes, especially geared towards Kazakhs. I won't be talking about all the all the majors changes and other new items, but I'll be only focusing on the changes that will affect Kazakhs. So the assassin items and what you build and the rune pages, etc. So I'll be talking about that. So to get started, let's talk about rune first. So the runes, nothing really impacted Kazakhs. Everything stayed the same, but the introduction of this new keystone called First Strike is extremely broken in my opinion, and it should be taken on Kazakhs in every single game. There's no better alternative to this keystone. The reason is it gives you 10% extra damage, and on top of that, the extra damage you do with this keystone, 100% of that extra damage will be granted as gold. So basically, you'll be getting free gold every time you jump on somebody. And this keystone is like, in my opinion, is like made for Kazakhs. You don't get to abuse it as much as like laners, because they can just proc it in lane and wait for the cooldown, proc it again. But it is very good for Kazakhs still, because like your kit is meant to do like a short amount of bursts in a short amount of time, and you pretty much get your full combo off within the 3 seconds, right? So basically, I'll show you guys really quick. So pretty much this is like, I pretty much have like 5 items. Just ignore the stopwatch. So not full build. I have like 4 items and a boost. And then this dummy has 60 resistance. So assuming he's like a squishy ADC that didn't build any armor later, like mid to late game. And with like 4 items, with this keystone, let's see how much like gold or damage you get. So right now is like 388 and 398 for like gold, for damage and gold. But we're gonna do like 1 rotation of all bursts of typical combos. So it does what? 2.4k of damage. And how much gold do we have? We have like what? Extra around 300, right? Extra around 300 damage and 300 gold from 1 combo. That's pretty broken in my opinion. And the cooldown's like what, 20? I'm not sure. It's like 19 seconds, I say there, or 90-second cooldown. Like this is pretty broken in my opinion. So you do extra 300 damage. That's more damage than Electrocute or Dark Harvest typically mid to late game, and it gives you 300 gold every time you do it. You don't have to kill the person, you just have to do your combo and it grants you 300 gold. So I don't think this is gonna go through, but you guys can, you know, enjoy and have fun in preseason with the current keystone that's out right now. But I assume they will lower the numbers for this keystone. It's a good concept, but I feel like the numbers is too high. So basically, yeah, like a lot of damage, and then it gives you bonus gold. So pretty much what this means, like Kha'Zix right now, it's a pretty weak champion early game, because he requires items and he requires lethality and damage to scale. So with this keystone, you can actually, you know, go for like more ganks, and then in order to get your gold. So with this extra gold combined with futures market, you can get your pulse spike really fast, and you can pretty much get like a Dirk or like a full legendary item or mystic on your back every time you do back. So I think this is like a huge help for for Kha'Zix especially, because he's really item heavy. Like he's hungry for items every time he backs. He requires items to do damage and scale, right? So that's about the keystone part. For the secondary runes, I'll go over real quick. You could opt into the standard, you know, Gathering Storm and Absolute Focus. That's fine if you want to play for mid to late game. But in my opinion, you should take early game focused secondary runes to help you snowball and abuse this keystone, right? You want to do like any extra damage helps. It's like, you know, extra gold for you, like extra 10 gold, 20 gold, whatever, you know. It's like it helps a lot on your back. So and it adds up. Like the cooldown's not that long. It's like 25-second or 30-second like early game. So you should take Coupe de Grace and Alacrity or Tenacity if they have a lot of CC, or you could take Sudden Impact and Ravenous or Indigenous Hunter, whatever you want. That also works. So that's for the Keystone. For itemization, there's not really a lot of changes with Assassins, but there's this one new item called Axiom Arc. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but basically it gives you the standard AD, so 55 AD, but only gives you 10 lethality. This is pretty low compared to the most Mystic item, like Ghostblade gives you 18. Collector gives you 12, you know. It's the same lethality as Edge Knight, so it's kind of like a utility defensive legendary item. So you don't build this for extra damage, you build it for the utility it offers. So it gives you the most ability haste out of all the legendary items, besides, you know, Black Cleaver, of course. If you want to opt into like R-Evolve, in my opinion, this item can be really good. If you're gonna go R-Evolve, level 6 or 11, you should get this item. I will say third item. You should never get this item as second or first, because you want to max out your lethality. So typically first item you want to get Mystic, and then you get either Ghostblade or Collector, or even, you know, this Serratic Garage. You'd never want to get this on second item because the low lethality it offers. Like CDR doesn't really help you that much, right? So you should always get this third or fourth, and you should only get it if you want to Evolve R, because the cooldown is like, it gives you 25% on each takedown. So I think it's quite a bit of refund on your cooldown. And late game, like Kha'Zix, our cooldown is like pretty low anyways. It's like 15. I mean, it's not 15. It's like 50 or 60 or 65 second, right? Like, assuming you guys win it like a team fight, you kill like 4, you know, 4 people or 3 people. Like your R is gonna be up before they even spawn. So this is like a pretty cool item in my opinion. It's not bad. Like it offers something else besides these item already existing. It offers something new. So I kind of like this. It will, like, you know, offer people to go R-Evolve more if they, you know, used to only play QE or QW playstyle. So yeah, that's this new item. For Mystic changes, they buffed the numbers a little bit for these 3 Mystic. I think they increased the bonus damage percentage by like 10 or 5%. I don't quite recall, but like they pretty much, and then they increased the flat damage by 10, I think. So like a small buff for each Mystic item, and then the introduction of this new item. But yeah, that's pretty much this short video. Hope you guys enjoyed about the changes related to Kha'Zix. I'll be releasing a gameplay footage of me using these items and the Keystone, and playing in the new preseason with the new dragons and the new changes in the next video. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, and it's good seeing you guys back.